Hey guys, my name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my book Postscript 2019 video. This is a tag video that was created by somebody else. I will put the link in the description for the original video I saw of this, but this tag was created last year, and I did this tag last year, and I really enjoyed doing this tag as a version of like some end of the year stats for you, because this tag really gives me an opportunity to talk about some like unique kind of things that I read this year, and then also it gives me the chance to talk about some of the favorite content that I made this year. And I also want to recommend you some of my favorite Booktube videos that I've seen this year. Let's just jump right into it. Alright, so the first question says the longest book that you read this year and the book that took you the longest to finish. So I kind of covered this in one of my other videos, but the longest book that I read this year was Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky at 720 pages, but the book that took me the longest to finish is The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. I actually didn't even finish this book. It was a DNF after 250 pages or so. This one still took me the longest to finish because I started reading this during Night Marathon in October, and I just DNF'd this like about a week or two ago. And it took me like over a month and a half just to read those like 250 pages. And if you know me, you know I never read books for that long. I usually don't even take more than like 5 to 6 days to read a book, ever. So for it to take me like a month and a half just to get through this, like that's how you know it was really a struggle. During Night Marathon, I think I read the first like 100 pages or so, and I just wasn't really feeling it. And then a week later, I downloaded the audiobook, and I was trying to get through the audiobook, and the audiobook wasn't working for me, so then I went back to reading the physical book, and after so much struggle, I was just like, I'm done. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Number 2 says a book you read this year that was outside of your comfort zone. I think we all know the answer for this is going to be Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I read this book during my reading books outside of my comfort zone experimental video, and that video ended up being one of my favorite things that I did this year. Like, it was just really fun to read some books that I usually wouldn't pick up, or books that are really outside of my comfort zone, and this was definitely very, very out of my comfort zone. I don't read dystopians, and I don't read fantasy, and I like sci-fi, but this book was just very, very out of my comfort zone, and I ended up loving the hell out of it, so it was definitely a huge surprise for me. Number 3 says, how many books did you reread in the year of 2019? I have reread about 9 or 10 books this year, but this number could be changing as well because it's still a little late in December right now, but December's not over, and I'm currently rereading for the rest of the year. So I could be rereading like 1 or 2 more books before the end of the year, we'll see, but for now I think it's like 9 or 10 books. And then question number 4 says, what is your favorite book that you reread this year? And I'm gonna have to go with Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, because I just randomly decided to reread this book because it's been about 6 years since I first read this book, and I really do credit this book to getting me into reading in the first place, you know, because I read this book at the beginning of 2014. After I read this book, I became obsessed with reading again. Like, I just read 70 books that year, and before that I had only been reading like 10 books a year maybe. So this book just really got me into reading again, and so rereading this was so much fun. Like, the audiobook is really great, and I forgot how smart and clever this book is, and both of these characters are so unlikable in like the best way. Number 5 says a book you read for the first time in 2019 that you can't wait to reread. And for that, I'm gonna go with Someday Someday by Emma Scott, which I actually just finished reading this earlier in December, but I cannot wait to reread this book. Like, I just love it so, so, so much. And I just read this, and it made its way into the top 3 books of the year for me. Number 6 is your favorite single short story or novella that you read in 2019. And for that, I'm gonna go with A House at the Bottom of a Lake by Josh Malerman. This one is a novella. It's only about like 112-ish pages, but this one is such a great novella. It's so freaking fascinating and so unique and unlike anything I've ever read, and it's just really weird, and I love it. Number 7 says Mass Appeal, a book you liked and would recommend to a wide variety of readers. I think my favorite book of the year, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, is definitely a book that I would recommend to a very wide variety of readers, and I have been recommending this book all year to a wide variety of readers. I think even people that don't even consider themselves readers would really enjoy this one, just because this book is just so fun and lighthearted and cute and romantic, and like, who doesn't love that, you know? And then the next question says Specialized Appeal, a book that you liked but would be hesitant to recommend to just anybody. And for that one, I'm gonna go with All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood, because this book, while I personally loved it, like this was a 5-star book for me, I would not go around just recommending this book to anybody, because this book deals with some very heavy subject matter and some very controversial issues because it follows this girl who is like very, very young, and she starts to get in a romantic relationship with this man who is significantly older than her. And it's just a very tragic, heartbreaking story, but it's also very beautiful, and it really is all the ugly and wonderful things. I would not just go around recommending this book to anybody because this is a book for a very specific kind of audience. Right, and then number 9 says reflect on your year as a bookish content creator. So this is where I kind of wanted to talk about some of my favorite personal videos that I've come out with this year and like things that I've done. I did this one video with one of my closest friends, Austin, towards the beginning of this year called Judging Books by Their Covers, and I had so much fun doing that video with him because the video was basically like me holding up book covers and him trying to guess what the plot is, and he's not really a big reader, so it was just very entertaining to film this video. And I do want to try to incorporate ways to get more of my friends to do videos with me, so if you have any other ideas for something like this, then let me know because I had so much fun filming this one. And then also in March this year, I had another video called Thought-Provoking Books and Some Thoughts About Them, and this was one of my favorite videos because I just love like discussion type videos about books that I love, and I feel like I really do want to do more chattier videos in 2020, just talking about the books that I love and why I love them and thought-provoking things about them, and I feel like this video really captures that kind of vibe. I also am really proud of the fangirl book talk that I made this year. It's just this video called Why I Love Fangirl So Much, and after reading this book for the 3rd time this year, I really just wanted to make a video talking about why I love the book so much and why Kath means so much to me, and I feel like I was able to do that pretty well in this video. Something exciting this year is that one of my videos hit 100,000 views for the first time, and that was the best books that I've read in 2019 so far video that I made in July this year, and it's currently at 102,000 views, so I'm super proud of that. And this video was kind of just filmed like on the whim, it was like really late at night, and I just wanted to talk about my favorites so far in the year. I had no idea this video would like blow up like it did, which is so crazy. Another one of my favorite videos that I did this year was my reading books outside of my comfort zone video that I mentioned earlier. It really just forced me to pick up books that I wasn't even sure that I wanted to read, and I just loved experimenting different things like that, and it's definitely something that I want to do on my channel again next year. One of my favorite personal videos that I made this year that I really like is this video called Characters That I Relate To The Most, and I just felt like this video was very honest and very open about like my personality and like my anxiety and things, and I just really loved making this video talking about all those characters who I see myself in the most. Like, it was just really fun to do. There were some Taylor Swift related videos that I really loved doing this year, like a book for every song off of Lover and a book for every song off of Red. Those videos are so much fun for me to do, and I really love trying to come up with which books fit the songs the best, and so I definitely think I'm going to be continuing to do those kinds of videos going into 2020 with like the rest of Taylor Swift's albums. And then the last video I wanted to mention that I'm really proud of and that I think turned out really cute is the baking cookies with my mom video and talking about romance books. I just had so much fun doing that video, and again, I would like to include more of like my family and my friends in my videos from time to time, and so I just want to come up with more ways to do that. And I just think this video turned out really cute, and I just loved spending so much time with my mom, so it was just really fun. Alright, and then lastly, I just wanted to recommend some of my personal favorite booktube videos that I've watched in 2019. Not to be biased or anything, but one of my favorites this year is Books and Lala's Reading Booktuber Recommendations video. Yes, I know it sounds a little bit biased because she did end up reading 3 of my recommendations, and it was like the best thing in the world for me. But I also just really love the concept of this video, and I feel like she really started something on Booktube with this video, you know, because now almost everyone on Booktube is doing videos like reading this booktuber's favorite books and stuff like that, and I feel like a lot of those ideas were probably inspired by this video. So I really think this video started this new thing on YouTube, which I think is so cool. And of course, give it to Kayla. Like, Kayla always comes up with the best bookish ideas for challenges and stuff. Like, I just love her content. She also came out with a video this year called Reading 116 Pages Every Day for a Month, and I think that that is such a cool idea because I think she said she averagely read 116 pages in the year of 2018, so she wanted to challenge herself to do that for an entire month of 2019, to read the exact amount of pages every day. I just think that's a really great idea and something that I might want to try out in the future. Like, it's just a really great idea. I also really love this video that Jess did called Stalking My Favorite Booktubers, and it was really cool because in this video she was attempting to read the books that these booktubers were currently reading. So she was having to do a lot of like investigating into trying to see like which books they were currently reading, and she was trying to read it like at the same time as them, which I think is just so cool and so creative, and it was a really fun video to watch. And then my girl Zoe did this video this year called Reading Stephen King in the Dark, and she ended up reading Pet Sematary in this video, and because of this video of hers, I picked up Pet Sematary myself, and I also did like my own kind of reading vlog for this book, and because of that video, like, I read Pet Sematary and discovered my new favorite Stephen King novel, and now I kind of want to do Stephen King reading vlogs for every single Stephen King book that I read, and so I really credit Zoe for like inspiring that in me, and this video was just so much fun to watch. Like, it was really, really fun to watch, and it was just one of my favorite reading vlogs of the year. I also really love Chandler's, one of her most recent videos. She did this video where she read the 10 best romance novels of the year for the Goodreads Awards, which I really love, and like I always want to do that and then I always forget to like actually do that. But I really love that Chandler has done the best romances of the year, and then I love that Kayla always does the best thrillers of the year, because those are the two genres that I care about the most, I guess, on the Goodreads Choice Awards. So I love that they both did those videos this year, and I just think that they were so much fun to watch. And then the last booktube video that I wanted to mention is Kat's most recent video where she did a reading vlog for Reading a Little Life, because oh my god, it was just so good, and I really, really wish that I had done a reading vlog when I read A Little Life, because I was vlogging at that point, but I just didn't, like, I wasn't doing reading vlogs at the beginning of 2018 when I read it. But god, this reading vlog is so great, and it's just so raw and honest, and the way that she cries at the end of the book, like, it just made me cry, and it reminded me how much I love that book, and oh my god, it was just such a great reading vlog, and I just really, really loved watching it. It's definitely my favorite video that I've seen from her this year. I also really love Chelsea Darling Reads, one of my favorite booktubers. She's been doing this really great series on her channel this year called Reading the Rainbow, or Reading My Rainbow, and it's like where she reads a bunch of books that have the same color for each video, which I just think is so cool, because like I'm a very like color coordinated person as well, and all of my bookshelves are organized by rainbow, so I just really love the idea of doing this, like reading books that are all have blue spines or purple spines or orange spines, and like she's done so many colors this year, and it's always just so much fun to watch. Like honestly, it's just really cool. Love that idea. So yeah, those are just some of my favorite booktube videos that I've seen in 2019. And that is all for the Postscript book tag, so thank you so much for watching as always, and please let me know what are your thoughts on some of these videos. Like, do you also watch some of these booktubers, and have you seen some of these videos as well? What's your favorite video of mine that I put out this year? I mean, that's something I guess I'd like to know. Like, what is something that you'd want to see more of from me in 2020? Please let me know, and thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.